Popular streamer Ishowspeed has been struggling with a devastating medical condition. Today I want to watch some of his videos and messages that he's put out and react to them, perhaps do some education on the medical conditions he is describing. We will not be speculating on what condition he may or may not have. I think it's really important for when doctors talk about celebrities that they don't act like they're their doctors, because there's so much information we don't know. None of the information is really validated. So right now we're doing some general education and reaction. Let's get started. On July 28th, Ishowspeed posted the following video to YouTube, presumably from Tokyo, Japan, where he had been traveling.
I wanted to make this video if I die. Right now I have one of the worst experiences I'm having it right now, guys. I can't even open up my eyes.
So not being able to open eyes can be a muscular problem, but also can be a problem due to light sensitivity. And this is a common aspect of several different types of headaches.
I have this thing called a cluster headache right now. The most deadly headache disease.
A cluster headache would not be classified as one of the most deadly headache diseases. In fact, the way that we like to think about headaches is to break them into three categories: tension headaches, migraine headaches, and cluster headaches. And while cluster headaches are incredibly debilitating, meaning that they cause really sharp pain, very bothersome symptoms that make it difficult to go on about your day, they are not diagnosed as a deadly headache condition. There are some headaches known as like a thunderclap headache, which are emergencies and can be deadly. I would not put cluster headaches in that same category.
I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't do anything right now.
It's very common for cluster headaches to wake patients up at night.
Everything I do is like something pounding my head every time, bro. And I'm so angry. It just hurts. Like even now, it just hurts.
I mean, this type of agitation is one of the potential symptoms of cluster headaches. It's also important to know that if this is your first time experiencing a cluster headache, it's gonna make you very scared. It's gonna make you feel like the world is coming to an end, that something bad's going on in your brain. So it's not unusual for patients going through their first episode with a cluster headache to feel like something very bad is going on. That's why emergent care is usually sought in these situations.
I'm gonna let y'all know I love y'all if anything happened, bro. I just love y'all if anything happened. Bye-bye, bro.
They're usually episodic, short-lived headaches. And that's one of their more distinguishing factors, where you have a period of time where you're getting these 15-minute to potentially hour-long episodes of really unremitting, sharp, stabbing pain, usually on one side of your head. This type of headache usually also comes with some very unique features: watery eyes, swelling of the eyes, skin color changes, even difficulty with opening the eye. These symptoms happening in this episodic pattern can be diagnosed as cluster headaches with the help of a doctor. One of the more troublesome factors about cluster headaches is their period of which they're impacting you. Meaning that there are times where these 15 to hour-long bouts can be occurring over a period of months. And sometimes they can happen multiple times in one day. Sometimes they happen every other day. Cluster headaches are so debilitating that we've seen research show that as many as 40 to 50% of people develop symptoms of depression related to their cluster headaches. You could see his eye is very swollen. He's having some orbital edema. Not sure what the patch on his head is, perhaps a lidocaine patch. Very difficult to know in a situation like this, but you could see his eyes impacted. There are multiple theories that exist as to why cluster headaches happen and how they happen. The main theory really focuses on the trigeminal nerve, which is the fifth cranial nerve. It has three distinct branches. That's why it's called the trigeminal. Gives sensory sensation to the face. And then the second part of it is the hypothalamus. Now that hypothalamus acts as the sensor for that homeostasis. And when I say sensor, that means it's merging the worlds of the neurologic system, the nerves and how it gets all that information, and the endocrine system, which is how it makes impact on the body. Remember, in order to make changes in the body, you can do it through nerves, but you could also do it through hormones. And hormones essentially act as modulators for the body. In fact, there's a whole list here of the hormones that are regulated by the hypothalamus right here. Obviously, people are wondering hearing about treatments for a condition like this. Usually 100% oxygen with a non-rebreather mask is great for acute attacks, and we do that in the hospital quite frequently. There are also many medications that we can use as oral treatments for cluster headaches. And then if we're having really recurrent attacks, there are actually preventive medications we could use as well. There are some rare instances where surgery can be an option, and we'll talk about that when Ishowspeed brings that up.
I'm currently still in the hospital, and I'm hospitalized.
We're looking at his vitals here on the side. They look rather normal, which is a reassuring sign.
But I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. Like I said, I am hospitalized. They can